there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Insecure review, backwards like, with Miss Mocha Angel. Yeah, she got me back on here. She didn't bring the buffalo wings, man. She didn't bring the buffalo wings. She didn't bring the cherry. I was like, damn, like, I gotta work. She's like, yeah, pretty much. So here we are with Miss Mocha Angel. I'll let her get started.
Hey, y'all, it's Miss Mocha Angel here. Sorry to bring you a pie. My bad.
Hey.
I just got off work. What do you want me to do?
It is what it is.
Okay, so this episode of Insecure starts off with Issa having a dream.
She had a dream.
But at first, we didn't know it was a dream. So what's going on in bed with Daniel? They're about to get down with the get down. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at the TV going, oh my God, girl, no, don't do it. But clearly she's in love with her food as well as Daniel. And clearly it's a dream.
And she ghetto though, for real though. She had like food under her pillow, like some Cheetos and whatnot. I was like, damn, that's ghetto.
Right.
God dang, how you gonna eat in bed? This man letting you sleep in bed. You ain't giving him none, but you gonna eat in his bed. God damn.
Yeah, that's trifling.
It's ghetto as hell.
So next up, I just want to make a point about Molly real quick before I get to her work life. She got her dog. What was her dog's name?
I don't know. I kind of glossed over that scene because Issa's trifling eating ass. She was trying to eat like a dog biscuit. I'm like, God, that was like, what the heck going on?
So I just wanted to bring up her overindulging her dog for a second because I was like, really? Like, I know there's pet manicures and doggy washes and all this stuff, but this place had doggy treats. And I mean, she was treating this child like a baby. Mm-hmm. And I just was like, okay, over consumerism. Got it. So I was just making a note about that. All right, so let's get to Issa at work and how this all ties into her actually moving out from Daniel's place. So she is clearly frustrated at We Got Y'all. And We Got Y'all is trying its best to hire folks of color and make some changes. So we see Issa and the white girl she works with at a job fair. So clearly, again, they're looking for people of color. So there's this after-school program with the Be Fit crew. They come in and they're dancing and they're doing like a Cinco de Mayo theme. Mm-hmm. And it's a music exposure after-school program.
I knew that was going to be significant because they did a close-up of the leader of it.
Exactly. You knew it was going to mean something.
Yeah.
So Issa was feeling them. She went to talk to the guy who's in charge. And he was like, oh, you looking for a job? And she was like, no, I have a job. Okay, that was her first mistake. Because she took their information and she was clearly feeling this program. So, of course, she doesn't say anything. So when they do bring in somebody to interview, this sister named Antoinette, for an interview, and Antoinette's like, hey, so how do you like it here? And he's like, oh, well, it's okay. It's a job, it has its ups and downs. She's frustrated and she needs something different. So she, near the end of the episode, keeps looking at the flyer for the Be Fit crew. Now, what she winds up doing, because of what's happening with Daniel, and we'll get to that later, she winds up taking the property management position so she can move out and get her own space. So even though it's a lot cheaper than what she'd be paying normally, that job is coming with a lot of baggage. Mm-hmm. And so number one, dude hires her because, you got a college degree. Well, that don't mean you a good property manager. Mm-hmm. And we know Issa, with her insecure, awkward black girl self, is not going to be able to handle this job.
Especially Trina.
And I looked at it like, okay, this is clearly going to be set up for some comedy relief here. Mm-hmm. And here's what I got from that moment. Daniel kept telling her in the last episode and this one that Issa doesn't have a passion, or she said that in the last episode. And in this episode, he said, you don't know what it's like to really feel something for what you do in life. Mm-hmm. So she takes this job because out of necessity. Now, we all understand what it's like to go make money out of necessity, or live somewhere you don't want to live out of necessity. I'm not hating on that.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is it's a clear dichotomy between what she really wants to be doing in life and what she is doing in life. And she lacks passion for We Got Y'all. I think she had it at first, but now she's done with that. And so instead of actually pursuing something that she really be interested in, the after school musical program, she goes, oh, need to get out, got to get away from Daniel. I'll just take the first thing that's offered to me. So that's a mistake. That is a clear and present mistake that she made taking that property management job. What I'm curious to see is how it actually lasts. 2 episodes, a season, we'll see. Depends on how much comedy they're going to try to pull out of that. And also, too, when is Issa going to learn her lesson? Like, go pursue your dream. Do what you really want in life. You got anything to say about that? Nah. Okay, so let's...
That was pretty good, because it was like, hey, I'm waiting to the next episode to see what drama Trina going to bring. They just set her up. They say she just got issues and stuff. That's one of the tenants in her new building, so...
Yeah, don't laugh about Issa.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Daniel. So Ron made a point off camera, or I should say off microphone, with the last episode, that Daniel is insecure. Dude's got passion, he's got drive, he's got talent.
Well, hold on. Why don't we save that for a second?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's save that for later.
The Molly situation.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about Molly.
Yeah. The Molly situation.
Okay, I had mixed feelings about the Molly situation.
Mm-hmm.
So she's working at an all-black attorney firm. And she is already frustrated because she feels like, frankly, they're a little ghetto. And she feels like they're not up to par with her all-white firm. Okay, she was the only chocolate sister in the building. Mm-hmm. So, they don't do things the way the white firm did it. And she feels like they're a little behind and a little backward like.
Yeah, like they still they still use a courier,
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being on a computer sending documents,
Mm-hmm.
and they put like hard documents in her office, and and she was trying to be cool and made some joke about CP time during a meeting with attorneys. Right. Black attorneys are very professional. They don't play all that. They were just looking at her like, what the hell? So it's like, and of course, her and the girls, the crew. Mm-hmm. I still wonder if that's Tiffany's. If dude is the father of Tiffany's baby.
Probably not.
Okay. We'll get into that later. I'm sure that'll be some drama for later on. Mm-hmm. Anyway, right. No, it was just interesting because they had that conversation about black businesses, and even Kelly was like, she got a white accountant, and I was like, oh, okay, she threw some political stuff in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Molly's gonna do what Molly's do. At least we didn't see like big value Albie Shore in there. So, it wasn't a Dro sighting in there and stuff.
Thank God.
They have, sex in like the office closet or some shit like that, Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that's Molly.
Well, I wanted to say something real quick about her making a comparison between the 2 law firms. I thought that was very high school. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of stuff you say. Like for me, like I went to 2 different high schools in 2 different states. So that's like me being like, well, my old high school used to do this and we didn't used to do this at my old high school. It's like, well, damn, girl, you at a different law firm. Grow up. They do things differently. So that's kind of what I was thinking when I was watching that.
Well, you know what? And that's the thing about Molly. It's like, yeah, she make that money and stuff, but she kind of trifling. She need to grow up.
I agree with that, 100%.
Yeah, she's kind of trifling, and hopefully we'll see some growth from her. It's like, all right, this other firm didn't respect you.
Right.
So, this is what you came to. You need to make the best of it so you can afford to take care of that dog.
Right.
Correct. And have like some place to hook up with Dro. But, well, we won't start with Dro.
No Dro.
Okay, no Dro. So... now we can get into Daniel, right?
No, wait, we got one more scene.
What?
We got one more when Issa and Daniel went to lunch when she took them out to eat.
Oh yeah, man, my man was feeling disrespected.
Yes,
because they were like, well, they got their food before we got ours, and
right. But that was what happened after the whole deal with Spider and Khalil.
Oh yeah, we gotta get into that.
Yeah, we do.
Because that was some deep stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Daniel and Khalil, they were together. Daniel had this, this beat. It was kind of like some Nordic type of thing. It sounded nice, but Khalil was like, nah, we got to do it differently.
Right.
And Daniel sitting there like, well, I like this. But you could tell he was getting kind of mad about it and everything, right? So I was just like, oh, okay. Right, and I'm going to bring up something about that a little bit later. But then when they presented the beats to Spider, Daniel got slick, presented his beat.
First.
Yeah, and Khalil was a little mad, but say, okay, well, here's my beat.
Right.
Spider liked both of them, and then he's like, I can't pick. But then Khalil said, oh, well, I got something else. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Daniel. Yeah.
You let Khalil cock block.
Exactly, but we're going. This comes to a bigger issue and stuff. But what else happened with Dane?
Oh, what happened was they almost had sex at the end.
Oh yeah, dude was thirsty.
Yeah,
and dude was thirsty, and Issa slowed him down. You understand how much she must not want to do something. He going down on it. And she like, nah, I ain't feeling it. You know. Women out there can't get a man to go down on them, and one doing it, you like, oh, nah, baby. Just bring your head up. It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? So I went back and watched the first episode of Insecure. And very first episode, Molly was like, don't be a dumb bitch. Don't get with Daniel. So there he is in the car with her in that very first episode trying to get some. And she was like, I'm not a dumb bitch. And he was like, what? I didn't never said you were, but we know what that meant. So here we go. 2 seasons later, and once again, her girls are like, girl, please, no, don't do it. Don't be a dumb bitch. So once again, she did say no. It's just that she said yes at the wrong time when she had a man.
Yeah.
So that was the time to say no, was the second time, not the third time.
Exactly. But, that brings up something deeper about Daniel, because, and even bringing Lawrence back into it, because, there's been a lot of talk about the ratings going down since Lawrence hasn't been back into it. And I remember a lot of the reviews about Lawrence. And, everybody's like, he's whack and all of this. Certain, YouTubers whose name won't be mentioned on this channel were like, yeah, he's just whack. Daniel's where it's at. Daniel is the successful guy. But now we looking at the character of Daniel. It's like, well, yeah, he must have been making some money. You start thinking, maybe that's a paid for house he's in. You know? You start wondering, he ain't looking like some confident producer and stuff like, oh yeah, I need Khalil. Like you would think some big producer would be like, Khalil, I don't need you for anything. Right. And at first I thought he was working with Spider anyway.
No, he was working with Spider's cousin.
Oh yeah, okay, bet.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, you see, it still comes down, and I guarantee still down to the Lawrence versus Daniel thing, because it looked like Daniel's struggling too. He don't look like he got everything together, so you be like, well, what's up with that? Yeah, Lawrence went through his stuff. Yeah, he got down. He was still, he did it, but then he picked himself up. Right. He picked himself up, and he started moving forward. But then you're like, okay, well, Daniel's doing the same thing. And, maybe that's for the character. Issa, something for her to work through.
Exactly.
Like just basically the same type of guy, just in a different thing. It's just a different venue. It's like a producer. I mean, okay, they both trying to create. They both creative. Yes. Lawrence was just creative in a different way. Yes. He wasn't creative like, making music, but you can argue, hey, you writing programs, you creating something. Right. Daniel's creating music. One is more prestigious, but actually one probably making more money over the long term, right? So it's like it's the same type of thing. All of a sudden, you got, like you said, Daniel's looking very insecure. Yes. And actually, I don't think Lawrence looked as insecure.
I'm gonna say yes and no. Okay. To that, because something just hit me. Okay. So in life, okay. So when you're in relationships with somebody, they are reflecting you back to you. Okay. Okay. They're reflecting your best self and your worst self. They push buttons. They. Come on, girl. Come on. It's wrong. Your partner. Deep thought. Let's go. Okay. So your partner is a reflection of you, whether you want to agree with that or not. But they really are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be with them. Exactly. Okay. So when I watched again that first episode of Insecure, Lawrence was chilling like a villain. He had not found himself. He didn't take Issa out for her birthday. He was just like, whatever, things are good. What's the problem? Okay. So now we got Daniel, very insecure. And Issa, guess what? Is still insecure. She's dating herself. Okay. That's what's going on.
Oh, bam.
Okay? She's dating herself.
Wow.
And that's why these men are reflecting her back to her, their insecurities. That's what she's full of.
Boom!
So that's my take on Lawrence and Daniel.
Hey. When Miss Mocha Angel get around to launching the channel, all y'all better like sub her. All the women especially. All the women, because boom. I be saying that too. Y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all be like, Uncle Rom talking that crazy stuff. So, I had to bring her. And we didn't rehearse what we want to say before we came up here.
No.
But she's right, though. It's like the same thing. So, let's take it away from the Daniel Lawrence debate and just back into what you were saying, right? Okay. That is like, I think that's the thing that she has to face. If she's going to have growth, if they're going to really make the show interesting. And they lost the ratings, but I still think there's a great story there. Then she got to look at herself and say, well, okay, you were with Lawrence when he wasn't doing anything. Then y'all split apart. Then he's exploding. Right. Okay. I'm with Daniel. All of a sudden he's looking great, but all of a sudden he's unsure. Right. So instead of saying, okay, these guys got a problem, what about me? Exactly. Because maybe the growth for her is to say, you know what? I can't deal with Trina over in like the second thing. Anybody who saw like the preview for next week, you already see stuff coming. Right. Or I can't be like doing like she did second season and hook up with like some hood dude that live in her place. Nah. No. She can't be doing that. So she got to have the growth. I mean, the growth for her might be saying, you know what? Screw these like low key liberal racist white people on this thing, and let me get a job with this beat crew because this is what I'm filming. Exactly. Because what is it about her? She wanted to be a rapper, right? Right. And that might be perfect, and that might be the theme throughout the season. And I don't know if they have a fourth season yet. They probably will, but that could be a theme. Like, okay, let me let me move towards this. This is what I want to do. I can do two things. I can rap. Maybe I can teach these kids to rap, and then still help them. Exactly. Now, that's what I'm saying, like on a serious thing, and that'll be the growth pattern. That'll be the growth pattern for her. Of course, we're going to still have the other stuff, but, that's a powerful thing. So this is what they got to work through. So, you know what? I like it. And that's one of the reasons why we even review this. It's deeper than just some gossip. This is real growth. There's women out there going through this. There's men out there going through this. And that's the whole point for somebody who even questions why we would review this. But it's that reason. This is reflected. That's why people getting into it. There's a lot of Issas out there. There was a ton of Daniels, especially a ton of Daniels when he had that back shot at the end of the first season. They were like, yeah. Lawrence's. But there's a ton of Daniels. Yeah. Some guys who, women saying he fine, he all this, but then they get past the mask and they like, oh, wait, he got some stuff he got to work on. Right. And there's a ton of Mollies, too. We've known some. Yeah. There's a ton of Mollies and Kellys. And, they got to do something about Tiffany because, everybody think that might not be her kid. I mean, that kid, that dude think he running stuff. They got to show him up. You know what? And even though Jay Ellis said publicly he hasn't filmed a scene, that would just be hype if they just have some scene where Lawrence comes walking through. Oh, that would be good. Just for whatever reason, he's doing well, and it just makes people think about some stuff. But we'll see. We don't know. There might be some theme for next year, But one thing I got to say, and I'm really watching the Daniel thing because Issa Rae said toxic masculinity would be explored. And I didn't see it at first, but now I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, this dude got rejected professionally. Basically had another man just reject his stuff, what he had a passion for. Then he got rejected sexually. Right. And that's a double whammy for even extraordinary men. That's a double whammy. So that's an important. That's something I'm gonna be like monitoring. Like, okay, how is he gonna handle this? Because I don't think him and Khalil are going to be really working together. No. So and the sex. I mean, the thing with Issa, I don't think it's going to. Well. It'll probably spiral down. Miss Mocha Angel give me that look like, bruh. Bruh, don't try to clean it up. You know what's going to happen. Don't stop. Just stop. Y'all should see the look she gives me. She's like, bruh, come on. Bruh, you keep talking like that, you ain't getting buffalo wings next week either. So, yeah, just stop. All right. But anyway, that's all I got, Miss Mocha Angel. You got anything to add to it?
Yeah, I think one thing I've read other people's blogs and reviews, and the whole Lawrence versus Daniel thing is just not my thing. Because, like I said, Issa's dating herself. And I say that and I emphasize that because when you're in relationships, you have to take responsibility for what's going on. Okay, in the relationship. Just like the other person has to take responsibility for what's going on in a relationship. So I'm not blaming Lawrence for anything. I'm not blaming Daniel for anything. So I'm just looking at each individual person to see what they are bringing to the table. And I think, just like I said in my very first review, I'm looking for growth. And that's what I want to see in all the characters. How are they moving forward? They all should be about 30 now because they made a big deal about Issa's birthday in the first season. It was the first episode. Okay, everybody's about 30, 31. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Let's move forward and see how you move through your early 30s. Because 2 seasons from now, I don't want Issa to be still being a property manager fiending for Daniel. Okay, I want to see my girl grow and move into who she really is. And that's her and everybody else. So that's my take.
All right, then. Well, thank you for listening. Once again, we thank Miss Mocha Angel for blessing us with her viewpoint on this. And, I'm gonna have to, shit, y'all know how it is. We'll do it pimp style. I got to bless her with some money or something. It's like, she brought it. I was like, man. That's what needed to be said. We ain't talking about, like, she ain't doing that ghetto style, like, she should just get with Daniel and all of that. Nah, she hitting deep. Y'all know how I do on this channel. I'm going to entertain you, but if anybody speak on this channel, well, we going deep. So, and that was deep, and that's some real talk. So anyway, I want to thank y'all, and y'all have a good day now. Peace and many blessings.
Bye, y'all.